Congratulations on reaching this exciting point in your academic career. You're applying to graduate school. My name is Priya Ganguly. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Geological Sciences, and I'd like to talk with you for a few minutes about writing your personal statement. If you'd like to access these slides, please take advantage of the QR code. In addition to your personal statement, a graduate application package typically includes a statement of purpose, transcripts, letters of recommendation, and some schools still require GRE scores. As you work on your essays, keep in mind that most grad applications are reviewed by a committee of professors, so they are your audience. By the time you submit your application, you've probably already been in touch with your potential research advisor, but you're still an unknown to the committee, so you're making a first impression with your personal statement. The professors who review your application are trying to figure out if you're going to be a good fit for their research group, the department, and the school. They want to know that you're a strong writer who can follow detailed instructions. In other words, did you carefully address all of the questions in their application? The difference between a personal statement and a statement of purpose can be a bit nuanced. A personal statement is more about who you are. You're looking back at your life, and the reader learns about you as a person and how you're going to enrich the university community. A statement of purpose is more about what you want to do. It's forward-looking. The reader learns about your research interests, your long-term career goals, and how you're going to enrich the scientific community. You'll be able to reuse a lot of the text that you create for multiple applications, but each school is going to have program-specific instructions you need to follow. But you can use this to your advantage by using their prompts to create a draft outline, and we're going to use this UCLA program as an example. This program actually gives you enough information to start outlining 3 of your paragraphs. Let's go ahead and start with the first prompt. This prompt is asking about your engagement with research. So right there you have the topic of the paragraph. I've highlighted a few words to get at the essence of what they're asking, and we can use those to create sub-bullets. We can do the same thing for the second and the third prompts, and now you have a draft outline for everything but your introduction and concluding paragraphs. But again, pay careful attention to the instructions. The information this program is asking for needs to be spread between 2 documents, and it's up to each applicant to do that without repeating themselves. Once you have a draft outline based on the program's prompts, you can start thinking about how to inject your own life experiences into the themes. Think about what you consider to be your greatest strengths and talents, and link those to the goals that you've set and the decisions you've made in your life. You're telling a story about how you became the person you are today. Figuring out the best way to tell your story requires a lot of introspection. To get started, some students find it helpful to just have a casual conversation with a family member or a friend and take notes during that discussion. You can reflect on questions such as how you became interested in your field of study or who your role models are. But dig deeper than that. Why do you admire those particular people? What are your long-term career goals? But more than that, why do you have those goals? I'm a big fan of worksheets when I start a complicated writing project, and have included a few resources I found helpful on this slide. But everybody's brain is wired differently, so explore the internet and find additional templates that may resonate with you. I particularly like the example I've shown on this slide because it forces you to provide life examples that support your answers to the prompts. For example, under the first prompt, who are you? If you consider yourself to be a curious person, the right-hand side forces you to come up with a life experience that shows the reader you really do possess that quality. If you find birds fascinating, link that fascination to a specific life experience. I've included a QR code here that you can use if you'd like to download this specific worksheet. And as you start to thread your personal details into your outline, remember, you are working on a writing example for the review committee. So in addition to the content, your personal statement must be well organized with smooth transitions between paragraphs. Spelling, grammar, and punctuation should be checked. And again, make sure that you fully addressed all the questions on their application and write multiple drafts and have other people review your work. This can be friends, family, or faculty mentors, and in fact, friends and family can be some of the best reviewers because your essay should be understandable and engaging to people who aren't in your discipline. As you work through your essays, embrace your accomplishments. You've earned the right to think of yourself as a photographer, an astronomer, psychologist. Let that shine through in your writing. And always use positive language. Also, remember, you don't have much space and you have a lot of information to share, so don't repeat yourself. Also, use straightforward language and avoid jargon. Applying to graduate school is a major undertaking, but the process of writing your personal statement can actually be an uplifting experience. It's a chance to celebrate the person that you are. I wish you all the best as you embark on this exciting adventure.